All right, good morning. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. Um, um, Today is Monday, the 8th of August, 8th of December, to 2025. I think I've time traveled. I was gonna say 8th of August 2005. Anyway, this week is going to be I think a last week for us for the year, simply because as you've seen, the market is very, very quiet. We don't have much movement taking place. There's a lot of sideways going on. So this week is going to be our last, because next week is going to be leading to the Christmas period. And for me, I don't like engaging with the market from the third week of December till the next year. I learned this from my mentor, ICT. So from next week, I will not be engaging. I'll be off market. I'll be doing stuff outside. So I'll not be mostly engaging in the market, and I don't want you to do the same thing. That is why from next week, Monday, we will not have any live session. Okay, so we only have a session this week, and then that's it. And we will resume on the 5th of January 2026. So with that said, let's look at the dollar index. On Thursday we had this up candle. Friday I was expecting a follow through to up. That one didn't do anything, and then today being Monday, this is where we at now. I would have wanted to see Thursday go up, at least Thursday create an up candle. Thursday not creating an up candle leaves this area as a fair value gap, and Thursday dipped into it and rejected. Now what might end up happening is lower prices on dollar index, probably because the fact that the fair value gap reacted, okay, means they might not want to go up, because if they wanted to go up, we should have had price expand up on Thursday, giving a shift in the closing prices. Even though we did get a shift, but we didn't get a follow through. So we might be seeing maybe dollar index coming down, maybe to close in the monthly gap, this one here, right? And most importantly, if you look at the weekly was also able to close below the previous week low, the swing low, which I didn't want that to happen, because for them to close below that, that changes the tone of the bullishness that I'm expecting. Now, if I'm expecting price to go up now, then the entire weekly candle needs to come all the way up and close above the previous week high. That is the only time I will now switch back to being bullish. For now, there's a high probability we might continue going down. So with that said, I would like to see, for me to confirm you're going down, I would like to see them close below this up candle. Then we will have areas of distribution. So we have this up candle, then this up candle. That will give us area of distribution. So if we close below, then we will be aiming for somewhere here. But if we don't, and then we go all the way up and close above the previous week high, then we resume going up. From the monthly perspective, that is what I'm expecting, for them to reject this previous month low and the gap. All right, so let's see how this week is going to unfold, and especially today. Let's see how today is going to unfold. Do we close up or do we close down? That will give me more information going forward. But what I must confess is price has not been easy. I think this whole year it hasn't been easy reading price at all, because we didn't get like a massive trend. The only thing that we had was the beginning of the year, where price basically went down. The rest, if you look closely, you see that we've not actually done much. Price has stayed inside that narrow range, and that is what we've been doing since April, right? We've not gone anywhere. So it's not been like this where we go down, where we go up, right? Because that is easy. We go down, we go up, we come down. That's easy to trade. But when it's like this, a lot of consolidation, it becomes a little bit challenging to read. So that's why I think, staying away for the rest of the year is good. Let the market give us. Definitely January you will have some big moves happening, because in January, February, March, there's always kind of a big move that happens. So we will look out for that. For now, don't waste too much of your precious energy on the market. On the lower time frame, this high is what we are watching. If you can go above it, then the volume imbalance I spoke about, they might actually reach that. So let's see what will happen. Euro, same thing. Dollar index opposite. So let's see if we can get a reaction. At least I think we had a reaction off from the breaker, and then we went down during Friday's session. But that is also having a challenge, because we have the fair value gap on the daily over here. So they could be respecting the fair value gap and then go back up, similar to the opposite of what the dollar index is doing. Right? So today's closing price is gonna give us more information. So today being Monday, let's wait and see how the market is gonna behave. British pound, Western euro, we are not doing much. That is also still within a monthly gap over here. This gap, we are still within that. And then I think I narrowed it down to the weekly, and I brought this up candle. So where we are now, we could get a rejection and come back down, simply because from the big time frame perspective, we need to reach 50%. We barely touched it right here. So I'm still bearish, but how they're going to go down, we've not got a confirmation yet. Now on the daily, we need one up candle and then a down candle like that. one up candle and a down candle. Once we get something like that, then we will look for the continuation to the downside. Until then, I'm not really gonna touch it. Now, you can go with the flow and then look for a buy maybe once we breach this, or once we create a H4 down candle and then we close above it. You can use that for a buy. I personally, I'm not doing anything. I'm not engaging with it today. I'll wait till tomorrow and then I'll see how the market is evolving based on how last week closed, and then based on Monday closing price. It'll give me more information. Now, in the past, I wouldn't even do live sessions on Mondays, simply because Mondays are considered a day that the market needs to show us what it wants to do. Okay, so we don't really even trade on Monday. We wait for Monday to finish trading and then we engage with the Monday price action. Why? Because Monday can give you false information. Okay, even Tuesday can give you false information, but Monday is worse than Tuesday, because whatever Monday does, Tuesday can override it completely. Okay, that is why Mondays are irrelevant. Maybe going into next year, we might do something like that, where we don't come on Monday and then we come on Tuesday, because Mondays are going to be days I wouldn't really want to give you something, because Tuesday can override all of that. And if there is something on Monday, definitely Tuesday will confirm it. So yeah, that is the business on the British pound. I don't want to engage with it, so I don't want you to engage with it. Euro pound, we are still expecting lower prices. Last week we closed bearish, so this week we are looking for a continuation. I think if anything, this one will be a good one to look for a trade on, whereby you're going to be expecting the high of the week to form in here, and today being Monday going up, that's a perfect setup for a potential drop for the rest of the week. So this one will be a good one to keep an eye on going into tomorrow and Wednesday, especially tomorrow, because today being an up candle, tomorrow might take the high, dip inside this gap, and then drop. As long as this gap exists, we will continue going down, probably somewhere down here. So this would be a good one to actually watch, and I'll keep an eye on this personally for a trade idea this week. Roughly somewhere here, if we can get there, I might do a sell with that up candle with my stop loss above it, but we will see. Okay, it's within that daily gap, the one that I just drew is within it, so this would be a good one to observe for this week. Gold, I don't know what I said, because I can't remember. Can't remember what I said, but it looks as if I said something about selling. Yeah, I said this week, right? I remember now. Yes, this week we are likely to drop in here, so this is also a good one. We've rejected that high, so previous week low is possible. Somewhere in here selling can take place, so gold is also having a good structure for a sell. Okay, that would be a good area for a sell to come and attack the previous week low. So keep this one on your watch list for this week as well. I like it. If we can pull back in here, I would like to sell short to continue going down. Maybe you can, maybe might not, depends. We have a breaker here and they are reacting off from it, but I would like them to come up, take out that high and dip into this gap, then move lower. Okay, so whatever happens, previous week low, that is the draw on liquidity for this week. Once it's taken, that's it. Anything else will be bonus. So you're always looking for that previous week low as the target on gold. Okay, so back to crude oil, our friendly friend that doesn't want to do anything. This is very depressing to see how price is now stuck like that. Okay, trading this will drain you so much, right? And I did confirm, as soon as the previous week low over here, this low being taken, as soon as we never went for a high, that's why I said ignore it, because this is not how price move, right? Price is being stuck in a small range and it's gonna be difficult for you to trade it. I personally love trading crude oil, but not in this condition. Okay, it's not clean enough, and so you're gonna leave that alone for now. ES, last week we managed to climb above the high. We managed to go above it, but rejected as soon as it did. It did manage to create another H4 candle here, and then we pull back, respected, and now we've created another one. So I'm still bullish on this. I have a trade. I think last week we spoke about this candle, respecting it. So I have one trade down here, and then I think another one here, either here or there, one of them. So I'm expecting it to continue going up to attack this high. Okay, so this New York session, now what I did notice is at every 4 o'clock, there's some kind of a pullback, and then price goes back up again. That is what I noticed throughout last week, right? So last week, if you look over here, that's exactly 4 o'clock. That candle dropped, and then we went back up. Same thing here. Here at 4 o'clock, it dropped down, and then we went back up. Then same thing here. We dropped down, and then went back up. Same thing here. We dropped down, and then went back up. So in between the 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock candle, you will get a pullback. That pullback usually respects auto block. So all the auto blocks that has been created so far. So if we start from here, this one, we pulled back to it and then respected. That same thing was respected here, and then we went back up. Then we created this one. Then that also respected it and then went up. Then we created that one. We respected it and went up. Then we created this. We respected it, and then now we are going up. So that same one, maybe today during the New York session, they might pull back to it and then respect it and then go back up again. Okay, so keep an eye for upside on the ES. Dollar yen, I think we might go all the way up, back up, because this is all a pullback. Now the way it came down, that is not a reversal. Reversals don't do this, right? Reversals will be aggressive. So definitely this is a pullback, and then I'll be expecting them to go up. Preferably wait for today to finish. I would like to see them break that up candle then we are good to go. If you did not catch a buy down here, then wait, don't buy where we are, too risky. Wait for them to break this high, then you can look for a trade idea to aim for that high. Dollar Swiss, we confirmed same thing, we closed above, and I think we should be aiming for this high, that high and that high. Dollar CAD made a crazy move last week Friday. I think there was some news event and it completely wiped out this low. I was expecting them to reject immediately, but they've wiped it out. So I'm gonna take this pair off, because usually I don't trade it. I only brought it up because of the low high pullback for us to go and attack this high. I came very close to it, and then so I was expecting this to be a run on stop and then go for it, but that did not happen. Now this is when sometimes price can be, quote, in my opinion, I won't say risky, but if it doesn't do what is expected to do, the whole idea is don't trade it. Okay, simply because this high to this low, that is a range. This is a pullback. They've taken out a low, broken a high, so that should have gone for this high. So this coming down, to me, that's high manipulation. That's high manipulation. It has trapped any buyer here, any buyer here, and then they've killed them basically, because no one will expect this to go down, not in a million ways. Why? Because price is making higher highs, so you'll be expecting higher price. Now if you're looking at it from this high to this low perspective, even that, we are bullish, because that's the low, that is a high, this is a pullback. Okay, so this is high manipulation going on dollar CAD. Now personally, I think it got to a point where I stopped trading it because of how manipulative this pair is. I only brought it up because I liked this impulse, like clean pullback, clean high again. That is the only reason why I brought it up. But now that they've confirmed that they are not going back up, I'm gonna take it out, and then we stick to the other ones. Aussie dollar, we did trade to that gap, so I'm watching to see what's gonna happen next. Today is Monday, so we are now about to get to the New York sessions. Hence, again, let's be patient and see what the market will provide during the New York session. Then we can engage with it going into tomorrow. Okay, now back to crypto market. Still lower prices is what I'm expecting. Nothing has really changed. So I can go through all of them and you see we've done nothing. Still lower prices, especially hype. Okay, hype was the one that I was, like I said, really interested in because of how the market is set up. It has room to the downside, so hype will be a good one to focus on. If you look for trade ideas this week on the crypto market, then focus on hype, because it's showing it's showing a lot of commitment to the upside. I'm sorry, to the downside. Okay, and then obviously Chatsky, we're still gonna continue going down. I think this would just be a pullback, and then we'll continue going down. We might come back and clear this equal low. Then finally, AI16Z. I don't know if some of you saw it, but yeah, as soon as price went for the low, which was the 5th, that was Friday. The following day, price rejected the low, the all-time low, rejected. Then yesterday, price didn't do anything. Today, we had a huge move. Like let me see. Yeah, like between 0.04 to 0.38. That's a huge move, but it couldn't sustain. It has rejected it, coming back down again. I mean, happened I don't know, like within 1 minute. There was a huge move. I don't know whether people saw it or not, but the first one was really good. The one that happened on Saturday, we had a big rejection, and after the rejection, we pulled back, and then we had a spike back up again. I think buyers might start coming in because I don't know, it's not really necessary for price to go down anymore. So where we are now, we might get a continuation to the upside. Okay, so yeah, that is all I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you same time tomorrow. Take care.